it's time to get a little bit of hiking on. And she's off again. I hear Norway gets a little bit of rain. Heart racing.
Wow.
Oh wow. Ooh, I might just take this camera inside. It's like a dream in the middle. Breeze. The Midgey are absolutely ferocious. The views really are starting to open up now as we come out of the woodland.
Just can't believe Nigel's made me do this. Can't believe he's made me do this.
Well, g'day folks. Welcome back. And it's time to get a little bit of hiking on. First up, Manafossen, a waterfall. It is only a 400-metre dander from the car park, but it's all uphill and it's pretty warm. Nicola has discovered a different route. Let's get up there. The water down there looks really refreshing as well, so even though I've already been in this morning after a morning run,
I'm a bit, I was going to say I'm a bit out of practice of hiking.
We can hear you puffing in the background. You don't have to tell us.
This is going to be one of those that's more difficult on the way back down. Being a bit tricky.
I don't think it's too bad actually. As long as you're watching where you're going and not looking into a camera screen. Just as long as, the metal rungs. Oh, it's not very good for the iPhone. And she's off again. There you go, look, you've even got steps. Oh lordy. Bit of an interesting climb up, that's for sure. But you have got this metal. I think that was my stomach rumbling. Look at her, she's away like a goat. Right. Whoop. I hear Norway gets a little bit of rain. On a wet day, it's probably a little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad coming up as it is. And the views start to open up very nicely indeed. Oh lordy. Look at her, she's like, come on then, come on then. That is enough to get the old heart racing and the sweat pumping. And as I say, the views as you come up are just absolutely beautiful. I mean, look behind me here. Oh, to be up on some of those ridges as well. If it's been raining and you're thinking of doing Manafossen, that would make it quite an interesting climb. Back up more steps, we're still going up. Oh. And every so often, peeking through the trees, some absolutely beautiful views of the peaks.
I've been gripping the chain so hard I've burst a blood vessel in my finger.
And that's on the way up. You know how much she loves going down.
May not be far, but goodness me, it's steep and that's hard work.
At the very least, I was worried as we were driving in. I don't think there's been a huge amount of rain over the last couple of weeks. I was worried there wasn't going to be a waterfall, but I can certainly hear it.
But saying that, I would not want to do that in the wet.
Yeah.
That would be tricky. Oh, which way do we go?
To the waterfall, I would say. They're wearing helmets. I'm going to assume that they're doing something a little bit more adventurous.
That's slightly worrying.
Than climbing up to see a waterfall.
Oh yeah, it's this way.
So our first views of Manafossen.
Wow.
Oh wow. Now that is rather beautiful.
Wow.
Not too shabby at all.
Wow. Oh wow.
There you go. Manafossen. That's very impressive, isn't it?
It is impressive, although I got to the edge and then my fear of height thing kicked in a bit, so I'm standing back a bit.
It does actually look like there's a family maybe going to go abseiling down it as well. Oh. And when I say a family, it looks like a father and 3 4-year-olds showing us all up. Yeah, really impressive. What you've got to remember though is this is potentially, I'm not sure, but this is potentially an Instagram spot. So people will literally push you out of the way, push you over the edge.
Honestly,
get their
yeah,
shot.
I was actually quite shocked. I think it's awful, but apparently that's the way it is these days.
That's the way it is. You just got to be mindful. You can spot the Instagrammers a mile off and stay well away from them, because there's always a chance that just out of random, they'll do a twirl. And when they twirl, they'll fling their arms around and most likely knock you off the edge. So how did they die? They were Instagrammed.
Gram-dead.
Gram-dead. Grammed.
Grammed.
Grammed, yeah. They were grammed. Right, well, we're going to sit, enjoy this waterfall for a little bit, and then have a little bit of fun watching this one slip and slide her way back down again.
Although I am quite peckish, so the motivation of lunch might spur me forward.
What's the bet? She's got her breadsticks with her.
I have got my breadsticks.
There you go.
Emergency food.
Well guys, that's the hike over. That's a little snacky over as well. You can stay here by the looks of things in Manafossen car park, but we've got a little bit of driving to do to get us over to our next parking spot for our hike tomorrow, the big one, up Pulpit Rock. So we're going to drive out of here. 50-50 whether the ferry between Larvik and Ons is running. Google Maps says it is. Lots of people on Park for Night say it's not. I think it maybe has just started again, so fingers crossed, because otherwise if we get all the way to Larvik and the ferry isn't running, it's a heck of a way of drive back through Stavanger again. But yeah, we're going to get on the road, head to Larvik, and we'll catch up there. So guys, the plan was to get the ferry over to Ons, but tiny ferry, too many people, and it only runs every half an hour. So, oof, big lightning flash. So we've actually decided to park up at the ferry terminal at Larvik, and Ooh, I might just take this camera inside. Anyway, what was I saying? So we've actually decided to park up at the ferry terminal here, and what we'll do is we'll get the ferry really early tomorrow morning and head over to the other peninsula, and hopefully if we can get the ferry early tomorrow morning, then we'll still be able to do Pulpit Rock tomorrow. Failing that, we'll do it on Tuesday. Bit of weather moving through as well.
We do have consolation.
We do. More buns. So this is a Dreamabolle, and it's called a Dreamabolle because it's like a dream in the middle.
We only appear to have one.
And I only have one cake hole. And the rain has come, but more important things. Dreamabolle. We had one of these buns without the Dreama the other day, and it was a bit meh. Oh, like a vanilla thing. See what it's like.
Is it like a dream?
No. It's like a bad dream. So the thunderstorm has passed, and obviously sun has come back out again. Just watching what I believe to be the last boat of the day. Will they get everyone on? I think the situation is the tunnel that goes from Stavanger over to Tau. They were expecting more people to use that than the capacity of this ferry, I think anyway. But yeah, we probably would have been waiting about 3 hours, so better use of our time, hunker down while the rain was on, do some work. And then it does mean, however, a very early start tomorrow morning in this area. It does seem like any sort of thunderstorms are going to come through. They come through sort of after lunchtime. We obviously wanted to get up and do the Pulpit Rock early in the morning anyway to avoid most of the crowds. So I think it means we're going to have to get on maybe the 6:15 or the 7:15 ferry. It's only a 10-minute crossing as well. It does look like they're getting everyone on. We'll wave bye-bye to the ferry. And I guess then we'll catch up tomorrow morning when Nicola will be moaning and groaning about the time, followed by moaning and groaning about climbing up Pulpit Rock. Well, good morning guys. Nicola is wandering around outside like a zombie. It's actually 10 to 6, it's pretty much midday. And we are second in the queue, so hopefully that means that we should be able to get the 6:15 ferry over on the other side by about 6:30 and then up to the car park to start the hike before 7, which is perfect. Gives us about half an hour, 45 minutes to have some breakfast. But yeah, Nicola does not do early mornings. Eyeing up her next prey. Brains. Oh, and now she's just standing there, believing she's a car. This is what I have to deal with any morning I get her up really early. So Nicola, how's early morning treating you?
I was actually watching the other ferry board people, so fine.
Listen to her speaking all kind of posh and stuff. I was all pronunciation. Oh,
why is he reversing?
Well, after a little bit of stressful parking,
Just a bit.
We're off on the hike to Pulpit Rock. And the whole concept of getting here early to avoid the crowds. I think you need to get here yesterday to avoid the crowds. I like to describe it as BA fast bag drop. When everyone comes early, it's no longer going to be a peaceful hike. But anyway, we're going to enjoy it. It's meant to be very beautiful. And hopefully, not too challenging. And we're lost already. Haven't even left the car park yet. Kind of lost the signs to the... I'm assuming it's down this way. And yeah, midges are out in force.
So we shouldn't have come down then, we should have gone up.
That's better. It's this way. I guess it makes more sense that the way we're going now is uphill. We were kind of walking downhill there, so now we're going up. I think we're going the right way. Let's start the old walkie thingy. Oh, that was a bit of a steep climb out of the car park.
Certainly was.
I think that's the back of it broken now. It's pretty much all flat from here.
I hope so, because my Achilles are already going. I can see our van.
And when you do, that's always a good thing. And when you do stop, the midge are in full effect. I'm telling you now, there might not be a huge amount of B-roll, because every time you stop, the midge are absolutely ferocious. Oh my goodness me, you're just walking into clouds of them as the light. Right, I think I found somewhere without too many midge. Still like 17,000, but not as many as there was. Gorgeous views out here, and it looks like it's kind of opening up. We've been going about 1.3 miles. I think it's about a 4k hike up. Hasn't been too bad. I mean, the path's been fantastic. Spoiled slightly by the midge. There was a moment where we were walking through this sort of a little glade and there was a bit of a breeze, no midge, and it was fantastic. But anyway, the views back here, just stunning. Absolutely beautiful, really opening out onto, well, I guess that's Stavanger over there, but yeah, just beautiful. Right. Oh man, eaten alive. Ooh, let's keep going. Oh, I can see the midge. Maybe I'll just stay here. Right, so we've come out of the woodland, and at least it looks like the midge have cleared a little bit, so that's a bonus. The views really are starting to open up now as we've come out of the woodland. It's lovely behind me here. Oh, and Nicola doing a, can you see her in the distance? Getting her Instagram arms ready. Getting ready for that all-important Instagram twirl. Apologies if you're watching this and you're an Instagram twirler. We love you, really. Rather nice views.
Really nice.
And what's more important?
They should have a toilet up here.
I was going to say a breeze, so there's no midge. Oh, that breeze is lovely. Start to see the fjord, which, of course, Pulpit Rock is towering over, so...
So many hills.
Yeah, whenever you had your hands up there, I thought you were getting your Instagram arms ready
No.
for a bit of twirling. Lovely.
I'd likely twirl off the edge.
You would. It's like world's worst helicopter. Right, so I think we are about to come up to a bit of a viewpoint.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh wow. Oh wow indeed.
That way as well.
Oh, hang on a minute, you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Let me turn you around. Well, this is rather nice. None too shabby at all, and the views really are opening up wonderfully. Watch the old footing going down the steps. Oh, he's trying not to slip down the hill. You don't even want to know what she was hooking at there. I mean, do you really need to go all the way to Pulpit Rock? I mean, look at that. Wow. Oh, heebie-jeebies. How you doing, Nick? All good?
I started to get a little bit nervous, I must admit. There was a little narrower bit there, and I was a bit like, oh, don't look to the left.
You did take off like a champion. What I worry about is if a little kid's coming towards you, you'll just push them over.
Absolutely.
Okay, hashtag may not push them over. Okay, so Nicola is heading out to the Instagram spot. Guess I'm on camera duty then. Wow. Oh wow. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I best go get in the photography spot, otherwise Nicola's going to be doubly not impressed because she's going to be out there. Gesundheit. And I'm not going to be taking any pictures of her. She'll be well annoyed. Here she goes.
Can't believe Nigel's made me do this. Can't believe he's made me do this. Don't want to do this. Oh, this is a bit scary.
She's probably swearing at me right now.
Flipping.
Oh, arms in the air. Here comes the brave one. Feeling silly brave, yeah?
It's not too bad as long as you don't get right to the edge, but I think you should go and do it, and I'll get a picture of you that way.
So I think this is the queue for the ice cream. Can't believe I'm queuing up for a viewpoint. This goes against everything that I believe in. Oh, I'm next to see Santa. Happy days. I was just saying, if you were a base jumper, you have a base pack in your back, just run off. So long, suckers. Could be my turn soon. Oh, it's my turn. Just as the wind gets up as well. Oh, that's rather impressive. None too shabby at all. The last time I queued up for something like that, there wasn't even any ice cream. How was that?
Well, it wasn't too bad actually, not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to going down because it's my nightmare, big stones and things. So.
But yeah, really lovely views. Sadly, the sun went away for us, but
Yes.
yeah, not too bad at all, not too bad.
Not too cold up here.
No, not too bad at all. So we're going to enjoy being up here for another little while. Probably won't do any footage on the way back down again, we'll just mosey on down.
It will take me long enough as it is.
And then we'll catch up back at the van where treats await. No
No
treats.
treats, no buns yet today, but we do need milk, so
It's for my
if we
girlfriend.
go in a shop then.
To prove it that you have been here.
Everyone's on
Anyway,
selfie alert.
distracted, sorry.
Right guys, well we shall see you back down at the bottom. They could do with an ice cream machine up here, seriously doesn't. Well guys, we made it back down from the hike, and it was quite busy actually as we were coming down. Lots and lots and lots and lots of people going up. Unfortunately as well, just as we were coming down, the sun was coming out because it was a little bit cloudy while we were up there, but still a fantastic hike to do. Took us
About 4 hours,
4 hours.
including a bit of a stop for a snack.
So, but really good path. It's reasonably challenging, but really good path. But we came back, we've actually crossed over another fjord and just parked outside the ferry terminal so we can kind of get on the road again tomorrow. But we actually came back and had a
Little snooze.
snooze. We were both completely shattered. So, but
We did
great.
get up at 5:30 this morning to go early. So
That's the other thing as well, is we kind of got to the car park thinking, right, we'll start the hike nice and early. The car park, as you saw, was already mobbed.
Yeah.
So I think if you really want, without the crowds, it's probably a 4 a.m, 4:30 start and getting up there.
But no camper vans allowed in before 6 a.m,
Yeah,
which
looks
is
like
a bit
It's
annoying.
a bit frustrating.
Or go in the afternoon because a lot of people have cleared out, and you could do the sunset
Yeah, true.
maybe,
True.
depending on time of year.
Oh, midges are back.
I thought it was raining, but it's actually loads of midges landing on me.
So we're going to disappear back into the van, have a bit of a chilled out evening, and I guess we'll catch up again at some point as we continue to head north in Norway.
And
But
I have no idea where we're going.
Or where you are right
Or-
now.
Nevik, something like that, isn't it? I can't even, I'm looking for a sign over there, but there isn't one.
I think
Nervik?
you're actually in
Nervik.
Nesquik.
Nesquik. Isn't that a chocolate drink?
Right guys, once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, see you later. Bye bye. Nesquik?
I don't know.
We're in Norway.